Hello, everyone, and welcome to the post-game rundown from the Blue Jays game 1-2 back on May 4, 2025 against the Cleveland Guardians. But before we get to this one, I want you guys to please leave a like, subscribe for new, hit notifications, leave your comments down below if you guys say thoughts game 1-2. If you guys are at the game and thoughts and feelings, you guys have a general on this post-game rundown, feel free to say comments section below, like to your guys on there. Alright guys, let's jump right to it. So I'm going to start with the final score of this game. Unfortunately, the Blue Jays did end up taking the loss in this game. Well, it's tough. Can't win them all. You can't win them all. And they unfortunately lost the series to the Guardians. Yeah, lost the series 2-1. The final score was the Cleveland Guardians 5 and the Toronto Blue Jays 4. Yep, a 5-4 loss for the Toronto Blue Jays in this game. It was just unfortunate. And, just unfortunate base running. And there's just, the bats weren't good enough. I think the problem is the offense. Again, I get they had that 3-game winning streak, 6-0 comeback, but I think everyone overhyped it again. And this is why I don't get overhyped with this team. I don't. Even if they are on a good stretch, I'm like, you know what, good. I enjoyed the wins. Of course I enjoy the wins, and I celebrate them. But it's like, it's like to a degree, right? Because they could just fall right back down, and here we are again, Everyone's talking about the offense again, bro. It's like, seems like it's always the problem. I don't know. I just don't get it. They only care about the defense, it seems. I get it. Yeah, you have Varsho, but he didn't play in this game. I think he had a day off or something like that in this game. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened to him. But yeah, Ronan was playing. Whatever. He did okay in this one. Could have been better. But, you know what? At least it was a close game, I guess. But, again, I think the problem is the offense and failing to come up clutch when it matters the most, especially in the bottom of the ninth inning with 2 outs. But I guess let's get into it. We'll get into the scoring. And the first play will be at the top of the third. But I just want to say this about the bottom of the first inning before we get to the actual scoring. Blue Jays were doing good. They're hitting some base hits and stuff. I think they had, let me think here. Was it runners on the corners? Yeah, it was runners on the corners. I think, Vlad was at second and Bichette was at third. And I think what happened was, I don't know who hit the ball. I think it was Springer. Springer hit the ball, I think. And then they threw the ball, the catcher got, I think, Bo Naylor. And then they threw it, and then they had Vladdy on a rundown. And then Bichette was trying to go for home, which I really think he shouldn't have done. And for the first time in my life, I've seen back-to-back rundowns. And Bichette got out on his. And Vlad was safe at second, I think. But that is just awful base running. I tell you, if Bichette didn't do that, come on. Why did Bichette do that? And it was a double play. That was the worst double play that could have possibly happened. I don't know why Bichette did that. He should have just stayed at third. He should have just stayed at third. Come on. It's not that hard. I would have just stayed at third. Come on. I have the jersey on. If I was him, I would have just stayed at third and just let Vlad get out. It is what it is, right? I don't know. It's just weird. Unless Springer struck out, I don't even know. No, I think Springer or whoever was there struck out actually, and then they were trying to get Vlad, which I think would have been better because at least you have the run at third if somebody hits the ball. I don't know, whatever. I don't even think it'd matter anyways. I think we got out of the end anyways, but that was just a dumb play. Anyways, guys, let's get to the scoring. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not wasting any more time. Let's get to the top of the third inning. And unfortunately, the Cleveland Guardians would open the score in this game. Steven Kwan would ground out. It would be a force out to second baseman Andres Jimenez. And Gabriel Arias scored. And that made it a 1-0 game. So it's basically a sacrifice ground out or something like that. I don't know. Actually, it was a double play ball. No, I remember now. Okay, now I remember. It was a double play ball because they were trying to do a double play. And then, I don't know. It was confusing because they got the out at second, but they couldn't get the out at first. That's what it was. And then they didn't challenge it, and then, they made it 1-0. Okay, I remember now. Yeah, that's how it worked. I don't know. That description isn't entirely right in my eyes, but anyways. All right, moving on to the top of the fourth inning. That means the Guardians are going to be scoring again. Daniel Schneemann, the guy who had a 2-home-run game on Saturday to basically single-handedly, offensively, beat the Blue Jays on Saturday's game. He would get a double. Manzardo scored. Yeah, Carl Manzardo scored. Santana, third. He was also on base. That make it 2-0. Again, not good. Just could be better. And then, Gabriel Arias, very next batter. He would single, and then, yeah, that would bring home 2 more runners. Let me see who scored here. Santana and Schneemann scored on the play, yeah. So, now, yeah. So, Arias had a single, RBI single. Carlos Santana and Dan Schneemann scored. And guess what, guys? I made it 4-0. 4-0. That's awful. It's just awful, man. That's not good. That's not good. I've been in this hole before. Guys, remember the LA Angels game? Or Anaheim Angels. I guess you call them LA Angels or Anaheim. Actually, that's who we're playing next. We're playing them tomorrow, believe it or not. I know. Then we got to go to Seattle. Those are the next 2 games on the road. But, yeah, I don't know. Just tough stuff, I don't know if we can come back. But a good thing for us. The Jays wouldn't give up lightly. Well, kind of, I guess. We'll say that, for the time being. Because we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and the Blue Jays would finally get on the board in this game after going down 4-0. And guess who would get the Blue Jays on the board? Nathan Lucas! My first time seeing him start in the lineup. He would get a nice RBI double. Addison Barger came to score. 4-1 Cleveland. Let's go. First run of the game. My first RBI base hit from Nathan Lucas. I've never seen him start in the lineup, guys. I've seen him pitch hit, but I've never seen him start in the lineup. So, feels good to finally see him start. That was awesome. Finally got to see him start. That was amazing. It feels good to see him play. It's awesome. I love it. I love it when he plays. It's great. And that was a nice double for him. So, yeah, I made it 4-1. And then the next batter after him, Andres Jimenez would also single on a line drive ball. And, yeah, Alan Roden scored and Nathan Lucas scored. Make it 4-3, a 1-run game. That's a big hit for Andres Jimenez. He gets his former team, no less, in the 9th spot out of all the spots. But that's good. That was a good hit for Andres Jimenez. And I make it a 4-3 Cleveland lead back in this game. Just got to keep it going. But unfortunately, we did not keep it going. Because we would not have a score for a very long time after this. After this play, it basically stayed 4-3 for most of the rest of the game until the top of the 9th inning. And this was the difference. And it frustrates me that this is the difference. Carlos Santana. Bases loaded walk for Carlos Santana. That would bring home Angel Martinez. Not Angel Martinez. I'm sorry about what I did in the first video. But Angel Martinez scored. Quan to third. Manzardo second, obviously. Santana to first because he walked. 5-3. That's a really dumb way to give up a run. That was the difference. That was the difference. And then, Vladimir. And then we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. And guess what? The Blue Jays score again. A sac fly by Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Jimenez scored. Andres Jimenez scored on the play. That was with 1 out, or made it 1 out. Yeah, made it 1 out. There was nobody out. And, they got a couple runners on. And then, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., sacrifice fly. And that made it a 5-4 game. Let's go. And back into it. And then I think at one point, I think I remember what happens from here. So, 5-4. That was the final score and play of the game. And, we ended up taking the L 5-4. But, so I'm going to recap this final out. Springer was at batting, and then Bichette was at third. He was a tie and run. I think he was the only one on base. Springer was trying. Yeah, he was trying. He hit foul balls. Definitely made it interesting at bat. But, of course, he struck out to end the ball game. Of course. And Bichette stayed at third, and they lost because of a stupid walk. Or else we would have went to extra innings. And it actually would have been kind of fun if we went to extra innings for once. But it didn't happen. So, it is what it is. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get to my overall thoughts. And I just want to apologize about the Cleveland starting line one more time, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, next time I'm not going to do that again on Sunday. I know. Sunday, I don't like that they do that. I don't like that they do the starting lineup earlier. But anyways, it's probably for the Judy J starting lineup. I get it. But still, I kind of like that. But we kind of got to the ballpark later, too. So that's my bad, guys. That's my bad. We should have been there maybe a little bit earlier, but that's okay. Anyways, let's get to overall thoughts. Overall, I would say, it was a pretty okay day to go. Yeah, a little bit cooler. It wasn't too bad. It was basically overcast. At least it wasn't raining, so that was good. Yeah, I went to the ballpark, went inside. Yeah, we went through the 200 level just so I could walk around a little bit for you guys, yeah. And we went up to 500 level, saw Corona Bar this time, freaking packed, yeah. It's just so busy in the Corona Bar and Park Social, but it is first come, first serve, and it's basically a free area, so I don't really blame people for going to those spots. And they're very nice, too. I don't blame people for that. But yeah, we did the 500 level challenge. This time I won. The row was completely empty. It was pretty dead up there that day. Yeah, it wasn't too bad in the 500, so I'll admit it. That was a pretty good day to do that. Yeah, nice view. I always like doing that. Then we went to our seats. It was that same spot that we sat in a couple of times. Yeah, you guys know, 127, row 3. Amazing spot. Basically where the Jays dugout is. I love that spot. It's an awesome spot. It's a really good spot. Since renovations, 100 level is definitely better, and I love it. Yeah, another 100 level game for me. Usually, I pretty much alternate between the 500 and the 100 now. It's kind of weird. I don't even sit in the 200s barely. I think the 200s are not even that good. I think 100 and 500 are actually better now. I gotta be honest. Just my opinion. But, yeah, it was nice sitting the 100s this time, so it was pretty nice. Pretty cool. 200 levels, okay, but it's like, I think the other, it's kind of cool. I basically alternate. I kind of like alternate. Rogers Center, it's nice because you can at least alternate. Scotiabank, I'm usually always in the 300s, unless I get like one game in the Platinums every once in a while. Usually that doesn't happen too often though, but that's only like a once a year thing for me with the Platinums. But yeah, I usually sit in the 300s and I'm happy with it. But I like the 300s better anyways. At least you can see like the whole ice because the one like the Platinums usually get cut off. But anyways, yeah, I went to our seats. Unfortunately, got the line. We just got there to our seats for the lineup. I know. I'm sorry about that, guys. Shouldn't have done it like that. But sorry about that, guys. I really do apologize. I'm sorry, guys. But anyways, I noticed that Tim Langton wasn't there. I even noticed it on Saturday too. I had a feeling he wasn't gonna be there again, and yeah, he wasn't. He was good with some names. Santander, he didn't really do good in the starting lineup. He did improve on his name though throughout the game. I really liked the way he did Lucas. That was funny. That was pretty funny. I liked that. That was really good. He wasn't too bad. I say the replacement wasn't too bad. It was pretty cool to hear him. I mean, I'll say it. It's kind of good to watch somebody else do the job and just see how they do it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to listen to that. I'm surprised. You know what? I'm surprised they didn't do any junior announcers. It would have made sense. I mean, Tim Langton wouldn't have. I don't know. I guess they didn't allow it or something. I don't know because it wasn't Tim Langton there or something. I have no idea. I have no clue, but hopefully he gets well soon. He might be sick, so I'm hoping he's doing okay. Tim Langton, get well soon. Hopefully he'll be back for the next homestand starting May 13th against the Tampa Bay Rays. I guess we'll see if he's back. I hope so. I hope so. But yeah, guys. That's pretty much it. Went through the 100s a little bit. No, that's it. We watched the game. Obviously, 5-4 offense. Whatever. It is what it is. But, anyways, guys, before I wrap it up, guys, I just want to say that there is a surprise coming next video. I don't think I'll say it this video. You guys are just going to see it. It is going to be a vlog. But I'm not going to give you guys any tips about it. It's just going to be a surprise vlog. You guys are going to see it. And yeah, that's basically what it is. So it's basically going to be a surprise. And you guys are going to find out later on this week. I'm going to probably post it later on this week for you guys. So you guys will see it. It'll be happening soon. So I'm going to be doing something. You guys will be seeing it. I don't even think I'm going to give any hints at the thumbnail either. It's just going to be a surprise vlog. You guys are just going to find out. You guys are just going to have to watch the video to find out. But yeah, guys. But anyways, guys, hope you guys are looking forward to the surprise vlog. It will be coming out soon. And hope you guys enjoy it. So anyways, guys, without further ado, that's going to wrap this video up. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. So let's go Blues. Yeah, sorry. If you guys enjoyed this video, I want you guys to please leave a video, subscribe, share video, and notifications, leave your comments down below if you guys get thoughts on Game 1, 2. You guys are at the game, any thoughts on your feelings. You guys had a general on this Game 1, 2, or the vlog, or the post-game rundown. Feel free to leave comments below. Tell you guys out there what you guys liked and what you don't like. Just let me know. Let me know if you guys want to. But anyways, guys, good to do it, guys. So let's go do it, guys. So every day, guys. I'll see you guys next time. So let's go, Blue Jays. Best luck to them on the West Coast. LA Angels and the Seattle Mariners. Best luck to them on the road. And next up, guys, I think it'll probably be it'll be the surprise vlog. That'll be the next video. So you guys will see the surprise vlog next. And if not, if there's actually an announcement, then you guys will see that too. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it, guys. All right, day, guys. I'll see you guys next time. So let's go, Blue Jays, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Well, Doc, think he's going to put the jacket on.
Back to Steve. Shot!